Hello and welcome to another video. In this episode I'm going to go through AliExpress and buy a few parts that I need. I often wonder how good are the parts that are on there. There's lots of Porsche stuff, both like cosmetic, mechanical, electrical, and there's a few bits that I need for my 986 and my 987. So I'm going to go through, buy the bits that I need, show you how I fit them, and then finally we'll give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So let's get straight into it. And yeah, we've got our AliExpress climate control switches here. Let's have a look at these, see what they're like. So here they are. It looks pretty good. The temp font is exactly the same as the standard button, so happy with that. Same for the fan. There's no discernible difference that I can see so far. And the plastics feel very good on them as well. Here's both of them together, just to give you a nice front pan of them. Build quality, as I say, looks pretty good, and I'm happy with those. I think what I'm going to do is, for the old ones, I'm going to drill a hole in the middle of them and then pull them out. It seems you can pull them out or leave them out, but levering will obviously damage them a bit. Here's what they look like from behind. So they've obviously been spray painted or something on the front. Hopefully it lasts, but if they don't, I'll update you later. Let's put them in. I'm going to try this way. I don't care about these buttons anymore. So, see that? After popping the button in, it didn't quite work properly, so it would press up and then return back down okay. If you press down, sometimes it wasn't returning back up. But after pressing it in a few times and moving up and down, something popped into place and it does work perfectly now. So all in all, it's a pretty easy job to do. Just pull the old ones out and put the other ones back in. There are harder ways of doing it, but I found this way really easy. So what do we think? So here they are fitted. As you can see, it's a massive improvement over the warm buttons. Yeah, it does make a big difference. The only thing I would say is the white on the text is not quite the same white as the other buttons. So yeah, it looks a lot more blue if you see there, but I mean, it looks worse on camera, I think. And also at night, you don't notice it either. So I think for the money, I don't regret buying these at all. You know, it's such an improvement and for very minimal outlay. Well, here's the verdict on these switches. On the good side, they do have a quality feel to them. especially compared to the old ones, which were really sticky. They were pretty easy to install. Using the method that I did by drilling the old ones and then pulling them out, it only took me a couple of minutes really to install them. On the bad side, the white text isn't an exact match to the other buttons, but to be honest, you don't really notice this and it doesn't really bother me too much. So on the whole, I would definitely give these a thumbs up. Right, the next one. What could this be? Two of them. Whatever it is, there are two of them. Aha! So, petrol caps. Now, a common thing on Boxsters 911s is the tether brakes, and this is a petrol cap I got from AliExpress. I put the price on the screen now. You can just buy the tethers, but what I found with those is sometimes they're a bit too short, and yeah, I thought I'd give the whole cap a go, but maybe we can do a comparison. So yeah, quality looks okay. I mean, it's got a rubber gasket in there. This is the standard text that you would get on the standard cap as well. And then we got this pin here. In fact, you've got two of those. So yeah, I've got one of these with a broken tether, I think on my 987, so we'll give that a go. This has already had a replacement on there. You can see it's very similar, but the cord is missing on there. So let's take this off. I mean, is there anything that can really go wrong with something like this? And this text on here is OEM as well. So yeah, and then there's a hole just in there, which this should just pop into. I need to get someone to push that down with. Unfortunately, this clip is broken. It's like it's seized up. I can't turn this at all. So I'm going to have to find my own clip, I think. So yeah, this is one of my own clips I got from Lidl. Box of Parkside clips. Always come in handy. Very fine thread. Yeah. There we go. So apart from using my own pin, it's pretty good, but I think it was just luck that I had bought these clips from Lidl the other day. I think it was $2.99 for a pack of clips, which I'll show you. So, I mean, it's good apart from that. But I'd be annoyed if I didn't have those clips. So the petrol cap, the good things. I thought the quality is pretty good. It looks like OEM, and the seal and the tether itself are pretty good. So no complaints there. It was cheap. It's about a £5 for this, and you know, you can't really go wrong for that price. It's fairly easy to install. Yeah, you literally just screw it on, and in theory, you should just be able to pop the pin in. Obviously, we saw, in my case, we couldn't. So moving to the bad, yeah, the tether clip and pin, mine was seized up, but luckily I had another one that I bought. So yeah, all in all, I think I'd give this a thumbs up. So next up, I can feel what these are. So these are for the 987. And yeah, we have some new centre caps. The old ones are looking a bit worse for wear. They're also the black and white ones, the colour ones. Even though that's not really standard for a Boxster, but I think it was an option, and it does look good with a black car. So yeah, I think these were £20 or thereabouts. I'll put on screen. Yeah, 4 of those. Let's go and pop those on. So yeah, these centre caps have been a centre cap too long, I think. Actually, I think these used to be colour. Maybe not. But let's plop this in, pull them out, and look, it's not facing the right way either. Terrible. You've got to point the bottom of the shield to the valve cap. There we go. Let's have a look. I think there's some plastic on here. Oh, satisfying. Yeah, that looks pretty good quality actually. I mean, I don't know if this was OEM. They look pretty similar. Yeah. So point that to that. Let's see if it fits. Yeah, that fits. Colour match is okay. Looks a lot better. Yeah. So yeah, this is the old one. I'm not sure if these even used to be colour or not. Possibly. I think these were probably aftermarket because they seem to have exactly the same writing on the back and manufacturing details on the back. It looks like it from here anyway. Yeah, I think they're from the same mould. Amazing. Yeah, they look good. Would I buy these centre caps? I'm going to say yes, I would. The colour match is pretty good. They look fairly good quality, and I think basically they're a big improvement just for not very much money. Here's my thought on the centre caps. On the good side, they are a decent fit. They pop in easily, and once they're in there tight. So I don't think they're going anywhere, which is good. Also, the badge is good quality. Both the gold, the red and the black on there. At least for now, and we'll come back to that in a second. Finally, there's a very satisfying protective film which I showed you twice, and I hope you enjoyed it. On the bad side, I am worried about how long these will last, and I say this because the old ones look to be the same product, and they are faded and corroded. Also, I have seen other centre caps in the past with similar corrosion and fading, so we'll keep an eye on these and I'll let you know how I get on with them in the future. The other thing, they're quite hard to find on AliExpress. You often find that if something has a Porsche logo on it, it disappears from AliExpress quite quickly, and centre caps are a prime example of that. So they're often very hard to find on AliExpress, and I can't find the ones that I bought. So I found the same ones on eBay, and I'll leave a link in the description below, and if you want to buy them, they're on eBay. A bit more expensive, but then you have more buyer protection on eBay as well. So all in all, I'm going to give these a thumbs up. If you have faded centre caps, it's a cheap and easy fix, and it really does make a difference to how your car looks. Right, let's have a take of a look in here then. think I know what these are. Okay, so instructions as well, which I've cut in half, never mind. These are for the sun visors. Let's have a look. The little flaps that cover the mirrors. Okay, yeah, it's nice and velvety on that side. Quality looks okay on that side, so I guess if they fit, these are going to be pretty good. Now let's see if they do fit. So yeah, T25 to take this side out. There we go. Okay, so you push there's a metal clip there. There we go. Sorted. If, like me, your pins have snapped off, then basically this comes with a repair kit. And the way it works, you drill a hole either side, push some screws through, and these act as the pins and go into the flap. So yeah, it works really well. I would say the key is here to make sure you get the holes in exactly the position the pins are in. Otherwise you'll be forever adjusting, and that's a mistake that I make. I probably didn't look enough where the existing pins went through. And when you do that, the flaps don't shut properly and you'll need to make the hole bigger, and then when you put the screw in, you'll need to glue it in exactly the right position. But it's no biggie. Big screwdriver. So what I had to do was glue these tabs in up the top here. Because the plastic's so brittle and old, yeah, when I took this out, it broke the plastic. So I've just got some epoxy and glued those in there. We should just be able to clip it back in now, hopefully. So you put it in the bottom first. Throw it in there, and then just push the top in. Slip in. It has. There we go. I think this does need adjusting slightly. This could do with going up, so I need to maybe take the screw out and redo the hole, just so this flap shuts a bit better, although it's not too bad. You can see, yeah, maybe that could just be closed, that gap a bit. But this is fine for now. Let's get it back in the car and take a look. And there it is, one replaced flap. It's come out good. Like I say, I do need to adjust it, but we can save that for another time. In the meantime, let's have a look at the verdict on these and see what we think of them. Well, we've reached the final item, the sun visor flaps. On the good side, I would say they're definitely well made. The plastics are good and they match the existing plastics on the back of the sun visor. Also, they come with a trim tool and repair screws. So when I first had a look at my visors, I thought it would be a nightmare because the pins were broken, but you get everything that you need in this kit, which was a bit of a surprise and, you know, really good. On the bad side, they are hard to install, and I say this because the plastics are very brittle on the old sun visor, so you need to be really careful when you're taking it out with the trim tool. Also, the other thing, you need to be really accurate where you drill the holes, otherwise when you put the screws in, the flap won't close properly. You can adjust this afterwards though, and then just glue the screws in the right position. I was going to mark these as a thumbs up, thumbs down, but I think, to be honest, if you install them properly, it is a really good product. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up again. I can recommend this product for sure. So that's it for this video. There were 4 items there. Out of those, I would say 2 were definite thumbs up, and 2 were thumbs up, but a couple of issues, nothing major, and we definitely saved on the Porsche prices. In the next video, we're going to look at the 987. I've never been a fan of doll cars or the black on black look, so we're going to do a few things just to make it look a bit more interesting. Nothing out of the ordinary and nothing more than OEM plus, because that's what I like. And then after that, we'll probably come back to the 986. I've been doing some work on this, as you can probably see, it's in the air, so there should be a video out on that in the coming weeks as well. So yeah, if you did like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.